Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You're going to love this very quickly here. Look, XRP is at 0.589. I just couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. If you know, you know. $2.33 trillion market cap for crypto, and we're up 0.8%. I love the smell of crypto in the morning. How about you? Bitcoin 63,600 plus. 2,600 plus for Ethereum, 119 billion plus market cap for USD Tether. How much longer though? 35 billion plus for USDC. XRP, as we said, 589, baby, 58 cents. We're up 0.4 on the 24. We're up 3.2 on the 7-day. Range of price very quickly between 58 and 60 cents. So we were actually at 60 cents, slightly over in the early hours overnight, but we'll keep an eye on it. I do want to tell you we have some great news. I Trust Capital. The change of custodian from Fortress to Fortis. I know the names are very close, but they felt better moving to a new custodian for themselves and for the service of their customers. And this change happened on the 20th, just a couple days ago. And as far as I understand, it went like gangbusters. But you need to know, if Fortress, the old custodian for iTrust, charged you $125, don't you worry, because iTrust already sent a letter out and said they're going to pay it. You shouldn't have to. It was dirty business on Fortress's part, but they're going to say that Fortis is going to be the new custodian and everything is going fantastic, just as they had planned. So super exciting news to know that we got a new custodian in place. The services are going to be great. And if you got hit with the $125 fee, iTrust is going to cover it. This speaks to the level of integrity of iTrust. Make no mistake about it. They are the leader in the space of IRAs, crypto, gold, silver IRAs. They're the best in the business. That's the bottom line. And I'm going to tell you, they went one step further. If you go to their website, you can enter to win the VIP experience at the USC game. And I mean to tell you, it's all expenses paid, and it is badass. I got to go last year, and I hope I get to go again this year. I don't know if I will. But if you get to go or just want a chance to go sign up. And if you haven't checked out iTrust for yourself as an IRA account, you won't believe the power that's put in your hands. Link underneath the video. Well, around the world, what do we see? Everybody else is moving forward with crypto clarity. What in the world? Australian regulators are reportedly preparing new legislation to require cryptocurrency exchanges to obtain financial services licenses, which means, I think, it's signaling that, look, just like registering your car, just like getting a driver's license, everybody's going to have a profile that they register, right? And then you can go do what you need to do. And unless you have suspicious activity, no one should be pulling you over, so to speak. Meanwhile, John Deaton, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done it, I know I'm asking you. He's not going to ask you the way I'm going to, because John Deaton didn't have anyone ask him to come fight for us. But he did, and we damn sure took his help. And we needed his help. And you know what? He needs our help. John Deaton for Senate.com. Please donate what you can. $5, $10, $20. If you think it doesn't matter, you're wrong. It does. It matters greatly. And he's going to be debating her twice in October. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be money well spent, because he's going to destroy her in those debates. I'm telling you, she's terrified of him. John Deaton is a former JAG attorney. This guy is not unaccustomed to dealing with hostile environments when it comes to debating and litigation, okay? So this guy is going to show you just how incredible he is. Now, what's incredible even still is while he's fighting for Senate in Massachusetts to not only get Massachusetts back online and to put the state back into people's hands, but it's also to relieve the anti-crypto general, Senator Warren, who is causing all kinds of problems, because she's been working side by side with the SEC and Gary Gensler. Yeah, true story. John Deaton says the SEC's legal team intentionally misled the court during the Ripple lawsuit. He expressed frustration, and he had this to say on Good Morning Crypto. He's not forgetting about what has happened here, and he will not stop until they're held responsible. Love it.
Of the Ripple case, the due process that we went through, and the $15 billion that you addressed here.
It is a massive waste of money and capital and energy. I mean, let's look at some facts, right? When the lawsuit was listed, XRP lost $15 billion immediately. People were liquidated, but Ripple spent over $100 million in defense. I spent all my time because the SEC did something that it had never done in 75 years of securities litigation. It claimed that the underlying asset, XRP, itself was a security. And then I challenged it and sued the SEC. And I simply said, just take away that language and I'll go away, and my 75,000 token holders will go away. And they refused, and they actually attacked me and did all this other personal stuff against me. And then you fast forward 4 years later and say, oh, sorry, we were just kidding, or sorry, we got it wrong. No, it was intentional misconduct by these SEC lawyers. People should be fired. They should lose their job if they were in the decision-making process, because it was blatant. Let's remember, a lifelong Democrat judge, Annalisa Torres, appointed by Barack Obama, agreed with me and my 75,000 token holders, said XRP itself is not a security. And when we purchased it on Coinbase or Uphold or Kraken or wherever, it was not a security. And that was known from day one, yet the SEC made us go through that extensive litigation and expense. We deserve reparations of some sort. We deserve compensation for that kind of misconduct. And I'm waiting to see what that IG report finds, because that could be the beginning of more litigation, except litigation on behalf of token holders.
There you have it right there. And I'm showing you this for a reason, because hang with me here. Caitlin Long from Custodia Bank, who has been blackballed essentially from getting a Fed Master account, is pointing light to this now. She says, I'm still thinking about the bombshell Silvergate court filing. Here's the Warren crowd's crypto bank scorecard. Silvergate suicided, Signature Bank suicided, Protego, OCC approval expired. Paxos ditto, but its non-bank is still going. Custodia survived in fighting. She goes on to say, until the court filing, I didn't know the Fed suicided Silvergate by forcing it into untenable choice. Make crypto 15% of its deposits impossible in a short period of time, or throw in the towel. This touched off a bank panic the next day, costing the FDIC $40 billion, it said right here. The increased supervisory pressure on Silvergate Bank and other banks focused on service of crypto asset businesses forced Silvergate Bank to a point where it would have needed to remake its business model away from its focus on crypto asset businesses, seek to sell itself as a going concern in the shadow of regulatory overhang, or begin winding down its affairs with the goal of preserving as much value as possible for stakeholders. The cost of operating a business while trying to pivot to a new business model outweighed the potential benefits. Despite facing unprecedented confluence of industry regulatory pressure, Silvergate Bank did not fail. That's the admission right there. They were forced out. This is what the Biden-Harris administration had been doing for 4 years. And now she's pledging to expand AI and cryptocurrency sectors. This is what she said in the latest. We will partner together to invest in America's competitiveness, to invest in America's future. We will encourage innovative technologies like AI and digital assets while protecting our consumers and investors. Well, let me tell you something. Is this the October surprise from the Harris team? AI crypto legislation? And if so, what will the bill look like? Right? What will it look like? I could tell you this. She can do whatever she wants when it comes to election time. And they could put legislation through. They could sneak this through. And that's great if they do. You do not earn my vote. You do not get my vote. Even if you put it through, I don't trust you. I've seen enough out of you. And you know what? I saw enough out of the last administration with Steve Mnuchin as the treasurer, and they didn't like crypto either. And his ass got sent home. So give us what we need, no matter who's going to be in there, or get going. Look, these people, you know, it's come down to, if we have to put legislation through, if the Harris team puts legislation through, there's no mistake now. It is because they realize their own political careers are at risk. It won't be because they realize how good it is for America and American innovation. What a travesty that thought is. Meanwhile, look, we should be days, weeks at most, away from the real USD launching. And look at this. This is evidence of it. It's coming. XRP Ledger with the EVM sidechain be the first to unlock XRP utility, blending the best of both worlds. Absolutely. Bringing the interoperability together between these protocols is going to be enormous. And one of the ways to do that is with the launch of the real USD. Vet right here says a little RLUSD burn in action on the ETH network and the XRP Ledger. Come on in. Look, I'm interested to see where all of that goes. How many institutions take a position in RLUSD when it launches? I don't know the answer, but I can't wait to find out. Now, we covered this over the weekend, and there's big stuff here, so we're going to have to touch it again. Stay with me. You're going to see something you haven't seen. But we know BNY Mellon's been working with Ripple for many, many, many years. And we know that BNY Mellon says that Ripple and Stellar are a special, special blockchain. And we also know from Smoke Dog here a few reasons why BNY Mellon feels that Ripple and Stellar are classified as special blockchains is that Ripple and Stellar as the most cited use cases of blockchain technologies for remittances and payments. Only Ripple and Stellar provide applications of DLTs to correspondent banking infrastructures. Only Ripple and Stellar. Only Ripple and Stellar. I'm not stuttering. I'm doing that on purpose. And then there's this, and I encourage you to listen, as BNY Mellon, the world's largest custodian bank. One more time, the world's largest custodian bank reports, take a listen, even Paul Barron's figured this out now. Look, Paul's great, and I don't mean anything condescending about that. We think Paul's great. But he's reporting on it now in the manner that we've been reporting on it for years, which is good because I look at Paul as a little more broad scope, the way he covers the space, rightfully so. And the fact that he's catching on to this right now is hugely positive.
For XRP or for Ripple, tokenized assets are going to be the vehicle that this is going to, I think, transact around. And if you follow where the money is going, you probably would agree. Here's a clip to talk about that.
BNY Mellon is the world's largest custodial bank. They're the bank that your banks bank with. And they did a study of institutional asset managers to get their opinions on what they think about this space. And that report found that 97% of asset managers believe that tokenization will revolutionize the asset management industry.
Now wait till you hear the next number. You hearing everything she said? Wait till you hear this part.
The ones with more than $1 trillion, basically the largest asset managers, 100% of them are interested in this space. So I don't know about you, but I've always been told, follow the money. And this is where the money is going.
And
100% of them.
if you do follow the money and you also follow the major moves of key executives, because that usually is another indicator. Here's one right here. BNY Mellon's head of digital asset product departs for, guess what, Ripple. So Do you guys see this? I mean, hopefully you're watching this right now and you're thinking, this is the potential, bellwether component of the market that is going to start to really perk its head up there in terms of real world assets and tokenized securities all starting to become
a part of the blockchain. That's exactly right. And it's Ripple and Stellar is the answer. And you're talking about the largest custodian for all banks. So the banks with more than trillions of dollars, this is who they're using, and 100% of them said they're doing it, right? And it's interesting to me because I don't know how people can't understand that XRP is going to be the #1 market cap with this kind of business. It makes me think of this. This guy is a true genius, no doubt about it. It's David Schwartz he's referencing here. Remember way back in 2022, he put out all the elements are now taken. Google has Earth, Apple has air, Amazon has fire, Ripple has water. That's how I see this coming together. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. We're getting ready to go into the Freedom Zone, and let me tell you something. We have got something here about Butler, PA, and the other attempt, and it may lead back to a major player who is absolutely a part of this attempt that has gone on a former president. And I'm not even going to talk about it till I get into Freedom Zone, but I'm going to guarantee you this, you will want to know about it. digperspectives.com, click the Freedom Zone for next to nothing, and come on in. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. We're getting started right now. Okay, folks, here we go.